The stage is set, the stadiums are booked, and the purple lights are flickering back to life across the globe. Can you feel that electric tension in the air? It's 2026, the year the Kings officially reclaim their crown. But beyond the flashing lights and the deafening cheers of millions, there's a complex chess game being played behind the scenes. We are talking about the logistics of the century, the BTS 2026 World Tour. Have you ever stopped to think about the how and the who behind these massive arrivals? Who is the one navigating the jet lag first to ensure everything is perfect before the curtains rise? Is it the strategist, the perfectionist, or the one who simply can't wait to meet ARMY again? Today, we are peeling back the curtain on a list that even the most hardcore fans haven't seen coming. Based on the strategic vision and behind-the-scenes insights from the man who started it all, Bang Si-hyuk, we are ranking which BTS members touch down in the tour countries first. This isn't just a schedule, it's a revelation of their roles, their dedication, and the secret burdens they carry as global icons. Who stays behind to finalize the tracks, and who leads the charge into new territories to scout the atmosphere? Are you prepared to witness the hidden hierarchy of the 2026 comeback? Let's dive into the mystery, the facts, and the emotional weight of being the pioneer of the group. Who will be number 7, and who will claim the top spot as the ultimate vanguard of the 2026 stage? Stay tuned, because this countdown starts right now, and believe me, the results will surprise you. Number 7, Suga, the silent architect, the final guardian of the sound. When we talk about the monumental logistics of a global phenomenon like the BTS 2026 World Tour, we aren't just discussing private jets, luxury hotels, or stadium seating charts. We are diving deep into the very soul of the music itself and the grueling preparation that happens behind closed doors. Coming in at number 7, on our list of members who arrive in the tour countries, essentially, the one who stays behind in South Korea the longest is the man whose fingers are practically married to the piano keys and the mixing console, Min Yoongi, the legendary Suga. Have you ever wondered why the mastermind behind so many chart-topping hits would be the last one to touch down on foreign soil? According to the strategic master plan, often discussed in the inner circles of HYBE and dictated by the vision of Bang Si-hyuk himself, Yoongi serves as the last line of defense for the group's artistic integrity. Imagine the scene in mid-2026. The air is thick with anticipation. The other members might already be adjusting to the local time zones in cities like Los Angeles, London, or Tokyo, engaging in high-profile press junkets or early-stage rehearsals. But back in Seoul, the lights in the Genius Lab are still burning a hole through the night. Bang Si-hyuk, or Bang PD as we affectionately know him, has often remarked that Yoongi's perfectionism is both a sublime blessing and a heavy emotional burden. In the context of the 2026 tour, the first full group reunion tour after their period of military service, the stakes have never been higher. This isn't just another concert series, it is a global homecoming. Every beat, every synth, and every hidden layer of the backing tracks must be flawless to accommodate the new stadium technology being used. Did you know that for a tour of this magnitude, the audio files and live arrangement stems are often updated and tweaked until the very hour the final cargo planes depart? Yoongi doesn't just show up to a country. He arrives only when the sonic landscape is absolutely complete. This isn't merely a professional choice, it's a deep, emotional promise to ARMY. He carries the weight of the entire group's musical reputation on his slender shoulders. Bang Si-hyuk trusts him implicitly to stay behind, acting as the final eyes and ears overseeing the complex exports of the concert arrangements. While the world waits with bated breath at international airport terminals, refreshing social media feeds for a glimpse of the group, Yoongi is likely at his desk, heavy-duty headphones on, eyes perhaps bloodshot from lack of sleep but intensely focused, ensuring that when the first note hits the stadium speakers in 2026, it resonates in the very marrow of the fans' bones. There is a certain poignant loneliness to this role, isn't there? To be the one left in the quiet, sterile environment of the studio while the excitement is building thousands of miles away. But that is the Min Yoongi way: dedication over decoration, substance over shadow. He is the anchor that allows the BTS ship to sail smoothly across the turbulent oceans of the music industry. Bang PD once hinted in an interview that without Yoongi's final seal of approval on the live setlist transitions, the tour hasn't truly started in spirit. As we look at the projected 2026 schedule, his arrival is often calculated to be just 48 to 72 hours before the first official soundcheck. It is a high-stakes, adrenaline-fueled race against time. Can you imagine the pressure of knowing that if one file is corrupted or one transition is clunky, the vision of the 2026 comeback could falter? But Suga thrives in this pressure. He is a craftsman who values the why of the music over the when of the arrival. His late arrival is a signal to the industry that the preparation phase is officially over and the magic is ready to be unleashed. He is the guardian of the BTS legacy, the silent architect of the 2026 soundscape, ensuring that the transition from their individual chapters back into a unified force is sonically seamless. Does his late arrival make you appreciate the music more, knowing he was the one who stayed in the trenches to polish it to perfection? The mystery of the studio ghost remains one of the most fascinating chapters of the 2026 tour logistics. He chooses the solitude of the lab over the immediate spotlight, proving that sometimes the most important person in the room is the one who hasn't entered it yet. As he finally packs his bags, leaving the silence of the Genius Lab for the roar of 100,000 fans, the cycle of the 2026 World Tour is finally, irrevocably complete. He brings with him the finished masterpiece, the result of months of isolation and relentless refinement. But as we move forward, we have to ask, who is the member who has to be there just a little bit earlier than Yoongi? And what specific mission has Bang Si-hyuk assigned to them? The hierarchy of the 2026 tour is full of surprises, and we are just getting started. Are you ready to find out who takes the number 6 spot and why their early arrival is crucial for the visual spectacle we are about to witness? The journey into the heart of the 2026 tour continues, and the details only get more intense from here. Number 6. Taehyung, the visual vanguard, the soulful flaneur of the global stage. As we move up our list to number 6, we encounter the man whose very presence feels like a cinematic masterpiece in motion, the one and only Kim Taehyung, or as the world knows him, V. If Suga is the silent architect working in the shadows of the studio, then V is the painter who arrives just as the canvas is being stretched across the frame of the city. In the grand, meticulously crafted strategy of Bang Si-hyuk for the 2026 BTS World Tour, V occupies a unique and vital position that bridges the gap between the technical preparation and the emotional explosion of the first night. Why does Bang PD rank him as the 6th to arrive? To understand this, you have to understand the V factor. Taehyung isn't just a singer or a dancer. In 2026, he has evolved into a global cultural icon whose influence transcends the stage. Bang Si-hyuk has often noted that while other members might focus on the physical mechanics of the performance, V focuses on the vibe and the atmosphere of the location. He is the group's resident flâneur, a French term for a passionate observer of the streets. For the 2026 tour, which marks the definitive return of the King of Visuals to the global spotlight after his military tenure, his arrival is timed perfectly, usually about 4 to 5 days before the opening night. This isn't just a random schedule choice, it is a calculated move by HYBE's logistics team to allow V the time to absorb the city. Imagine him landing at Heathrow in London or JFK in New York. He doesn't just head straight to a rehearsal hall. Instead, you'll find him under the soft glow of a street lamp, perhaps wearing a long vintage coat, carrying his Leica camera, capturing the soul of the city that is about to be Borahad. Bang Si-hyuk believes that V's photography and his social media presence, those cryptic, artistic Vante snapshots, are the secret weapon that builds the ultimate anticipation for the tour. When V arrives and posts a single, grainy photo of a local park or a quiet cafe, the entire ARMY fandom in that country collectively holds its breath. He signals that the wait is finally over. But there is a deeper, more technical reason for his number 6 spot as well. In 2026, the BTS stage production has reached a level of complexity never seen before, incorporating augmented reality and interactive light installations that respond to the members' movements. V, with his keen eye for detail and his role as a visual director for his own solo segments, needs that extra day or two to walk the empty stage. He needs to see how the local light hits the floor, how the shadows fall during his jazz-inspired interludes, and how the massive LED screens translate the nuances of his facial expressions. There is an emotional weight to this too. After years apart from the global stage, V feels a profound responsibility to meet the city before he meets the crowd. Bang PD has mentioned in private briefings that V often experiences a form of artistic hunger, where he must connect with the local culture, art galleries, and music scenes to fuel his performance. His arrival at number 6 is the moment the tour transitions from a cold, technical operation into a living, breathing work of art. While the leadership and the high-energy performance units are already deep into the physical grind, V brings the soul. He is the bridge. He is the one who ensures that the 2026 tour doesn't just feel like a series of concerts, but like a global cultural shift. Can you feel the shift in the air when those first airport photos drop? The Tae-young effect is real, and in 2026, it's more potent than ever. He carries the brand of BTS with a nonchalant elegance that masks the intense preparation he puts into every movement. Bang Si-hyuk trusts V to be the mood maker for the local staff and the fans alike. By the time he finishes his private scouting of the city's heart, he is ready to step onto that stage and deliver a performance that feels tailored specifically to that one location. This is why he doesn't arrive last like Suga, but he isn't the first to hit the ground either. He needs the stage to be partially built, the air to be thick with the coming storm, and the city to be buzzing with the first whispers of BTS is here. His arrival is the spark that lights the fuse. As he moves through the airport corridors, often surrounded by a whirlwind of cameras and screaming fans, there is a serene, almost regal calm about him. He is the vanguard of the 2026 aesthetic. But if V is the one who brings the soul and the visual color to the tour, who are the members who have been on the ground even longer, grinding through the physical rehearsals and the complex choreography setups? The ranking is getting tighter, and the roles are becoming even more critical. Who is at number 5, and why did Bang Si-hyuk decide that this specific member needs to be on site even earlier to ensure the 2026 comeback is a flawless victory? The mystery of the first arrivals is about to get even more intense, and the next member on our list is someone who defines the very word perfection. Are you ready to see who takes the number 5 spot? Number 5, Jimin. The perfectionist of the 360-degree stage, the dance floor's most dedicated guardian. When the clock strikes midnight and the stadium lights of the 2026 World Tour begin to flicker into life, there is one member whose shadow is already stretching across the vast, empty floor of the arena long before the gates open to the public. Coming in at number 5 on our high-stakes countdown of member arrivals is the man whose name is synonymous with grace, grit, and an almost frightening level of dedication. Park Jimin. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would the filter singer be ranked right in the middle? According to the intricate touring blueprints laid out by Bang Si-hyuk for this historic 2026 comeback, Jimin's role has shifted from just a lead performer to a pivotal stage quality controller. Bang PD has often remarked in behind-the-scenes documentaries that Jimin doesn't just learn a dance, he colonizes the space where that dance happens. For the 2026 tour, Big Hit Music has introduced a revolutionary 360-degree in-the-round stage design, a first for a K-pop stadium tour, and this massive technical leap requires a level of physical awareness that borders on the superhuman. Jimin arrives in the tour country approximately 5 to 6 full days before the opening night, not to sightsee or to relax, but to begin a grueling process of spatial calibration that would leave even professional athletes breathless. Imagine the scene at a stadium like Tottenham Hotspur in London or the newly renovated Stanford Stadium in California. The air is cold, the construction crews are still bolting down the final pieces of the stage, and there, in the center of the chaos, is Jimin. He is often seen wearing a simple black hoodie, his face etched with a look of intense concentration that fans rarely see behind his idle smile. Bang Si-hyuk insists on Jimin's early arrival because Jimin is the only one who can truly feel the resonance of the 360-degree stage. In a traditional stage setup, you only worry about what's in front of you, but in 2026, the audience is everywhere. Every angle is a front, every movement is scrutinized from 360 degrees. This creates a psychological pressure that is immense. Jimin takes it upon himself to walk every single inch of that stage, checking the dead zones where the acoustics might drop or where the lighting might create a distracting glare for the fans in the upper tiers. His military service, which he completed in mid-2025, has transformed his physique. Reports from his discharge at Yeonshan described a man with newfound power and stamina, and he is pouring every ounce of that upgraded energy into ensuring the 2026 performances are the most physically demanding yet. Bang PD has shared that Jimin's perfectionism is so deep that he often requests the sound engineers to play the backing tracks at different volume levels while he stands in various sections of the stands, just to hear what the ARMY experience will be like from the very last row. It's this emotional connection to the fan experience that drives him to be on site so early. He isn't just checking his own solo marks for hits like Who or Smeraldo Garden Marching Band, he is looking out for the entire group. There is a famous story circulating within the 2026 production crew that during the rehearsals for the tour opener in Goyang, Jimin spent 4 hours just practicing a single turn because he felt the friction of the new stage material was slightly different from the practice room floor in Seoul. This is the Jimin standard that Bang Si-hyuk relies on. While the members ranked lower might still be finalizing digital assets or absorbing the city's culture, Jimin is in the trenches, sweating through his clothes, ensuring that the physical foundation of the show is unbreakable. His arrival marks the transition from planning to physicality. When the staff sees Jimin enter the building, they know the fun and games are over. It's time for work. But it's not just about the work, it's about the vulnerability. Bang Si-hyuk has noted that Jimin often feels the most stage-hungry of all the members. After the long hiatus, the fear of not being perfect enough for the fans who waited years is what keeps him up at night. By arriving at number 5, he gives himself the time to silence those inner demons through sheer, repetitive effort. He is the bridge between the artistic vision and the physical reality of the 2026 tour. He carries a small notebook where he scribbles down notes about the floor's temperature, the humidity's effect on his vocal cords, and the exact timing of the pyrotechnics. To the outside world, he is the ethereal, angelic dancer, but to Bang Si-hyuk and the inner circle of HYBE, he is the Iron General of the stage. His early arrival is a sacrifice of rest for the sake of a flawless legacy. As he finishes his solo rehearsals, often long after the sun has gone down and the stadium has turned into a cavern of shadows, there is a sense of peace that finally settles over him. He has mastered the space. He has claimed the 360 degrees. He has paved the way for the rest of the members to step onto a stage that he has personally vetted for safety and soul. The mystery of the 2026 tour isn't just in the music, it's in the quiet moments of dedication like these. Can you imagine the sheer willpower it takes to be the one who demands the most from himself so that the group can shine the brightest? Jimin's number 5 spot is a testament to the fact that greatness isn't born, it's practiced until it's perfect. But, as the physical stage is set, who is the member that arrives even earlier to handle the massive weight of the international media, the local logistics, and the crushing responsibility of being the face of the operation before a single note is even played? The countdown is entering the top 4, and the roles are becoming even more legendary. Are you ready to see who takes the number 4 spot and why Bang Si-hyuk considers them the unstoppable engine of the 2026 global takeover? The intensity is only rising from here. Number 4, Jungkook. The Golden Vanguard, the unstoppable engine of the global stadium era. If Jimin is the one who masterfully calibrates the physical 360-degree space, then the member who takes the number 4 spot is the one who provides the raw, kinetic energy required to actually power that massive infrastructure. Enter the Golden Maknae, the man who has evolved from a shy teenager into a global pop titan, Jungkook. In the grand strategic blueprint designed by Bang Si-hyuk for the 2026 BTS World Tour, Jungkook's arrival in a tour country usually a full week before the first curtain call marks the official commencement of the main rehearsal phase. This is the moment when the tour stops being a set of blueprints and starts becoming a living, breathing phenomenon. Why does Bang PD place Jungkook so high on the early arrival list? It's because in 2026, Jungkook isn't just a member of the vocal line, he is the standard. Bang Si-hyuk has often whispered in the hallowed halls of HYBE that if Jungkook is satisfied with the sound, the lighting, and the stage's rebound, then the entire group will be safe. Coming off the back of his monumental solo successes, which effectively rewrote the record books for Asian soloists, Jungkook returns to the group dynamic in 2026 with an aura of seasoned authority. He arrives 7 days early because his solo segments in this upcoming tour are rumored to be some of the most technologically advanced in music history. Imagine him landing at an airport like Seoul Incheon for the domestic leg or LAX for the US stadiums. He isn't there to relax in a hotel suite. Within hours of landing, Jungkook is at the venue. He is the member who insists on doing full-out rehearsals, meaning singing at 100% volume and dancing at 100% intensity while the stage is still being polished. Bang Si-hyuk has noted that Jungkook's arrival is the psychological trigger for the entire technical crew. When the golden engine arrives, the tension shifts from preparation to execution. In 2026, the tour uses a revolutionary holographic kinetic rigging system that allows members to interact with digital avatars of themselves, and Jungkook is the primary test subject for these complex maneuvers. He spends hours suspended in the air, testing the safety harnesses and the timing of the laser arrays. There is a deep, emotional reflection here. Jungkook, despite his global superstar status, still carries the maknae heart that wants to ensure everything is perfect for his hyuns and for the army. Bang PD once described Jungkook's role in the 2026 tour as the atmospheric stabilizer. He is the one who tests the limits of the stadium's sound system, pushing the bass to its breaking point to ensure that the fans in the very last row feel the vibration in their chests. His early arrival is also a matter of physical conditioning. After completing his military service, Jungkook's stamina has reached a legendary status, and he uses those extra days in the tour country to acclimatize his lungs to the local altitude and humidity, ensuring his vocal stability never wavers, even during a 3-hour setlist. You can almost see the steam rising off his shoulders as he finishes a solo run of Standing Next to You or his new 2026 anthems in an empty, freezing stadium at 2 a.m. He is the bridge between the technical perfection of Jimin and the leadership of the members yet to come. Bang Si-hyuk relies on Jungkook's gut feeling about the stage. If Jungkook says the floor is too slippery or the monitor earpiece has a microsecond of lag, the entire production team halts everything to fix it. This is the weight of being the number 4 arrival. He is the vanguard. He is the one who absorbs the initial shock of the tour's scale so that the rest of the group can step into a finely tuned machine. There's something profoundly moving about watching him stand alone in the middle of a stadium meant for 80,000 people, just him and a microphone, battling the echoes and the silence, all to ensure that when the lights go up, the world sees a version of BTS that is even more powerful than before the hiatus. His arrival is the heartbeat of the operation. When the local staff sees his private car pull up to the backstage entrance a week before the show, a wave of professional respect washes over the crew. They know that this young man, who could easily demand the most luxury, is instead demanding the most work. Number 3. J-Hope, the master of the pulse, the choreographic commander-in-chief. When we cross the threshold into the top 3, we are no longer just looking at performers, we are looking at the foundational pillars of the entire 2026 BTS World Tour infrastructure. Standing tall at number 3 is the man whose smile can light up a stadium, but whose professional gaze can freeze a room in a heartbeat. Young Ho-seok, the legendary J-Hope. In the complex, multi-layered strategic map curated by Bang Si-hyuk, J-Hope's arrival in a tour country, usually a staggering 8 to 10 days before the first light hits the stage, is the signal that the soul of the performance has officially landed. Why does Bang PD rank him so high for early arrival? Because in the 2026 comeback era, J-Hope has transcended the title of main dancer to become the global performance director of the group. Bang Si-hyuk has often gone on record saying that while he provides the vision, J-Hope provides the heartbeat. Imagine the scene at a massive venue like the Stade de France or the Rose Bowl. The members ranked lower are still in Seoul or just touching down, but J-Hope has already been on the ground for nearly 2 days. He doesn't arrive as a star, he arrives as a commander. His first stop isn't a 5-star hotel, but the cold, cavernous backstage area where the local dance crews and international choreographers are gathered. For the 2026 tour, Big Hit has recruited over 100 backup dancers per city to create a truly Roman-esque spectacle of movement, and someone has to synchronize that chaos. That someone is Jung Team Leader. Bang PD trusts J-Hope implicitly to be his eyes and ears on the ground. There is a deep emotional weight to this role. J-Hope carries the responsibility of ensuring that the BTS brand of synchronicity is maintained, even after their years of individual military service. He is the one who notices if a dancer in the third row is a millisecond off beat, or if the floor's friction isn't conducive to the high-speed footwork of their new 2026 title tracks. Bang Si-hyuk once described J-Hope as the bridge of perfection, the only person who can translate the complex musical arrangements of Suga into physical movement that resonates with 80,000 people simultaneously. In 2026, the stakes are astronomical. This tour features kinetic floor technology, stages that move, tilt, and rotate at high speeds while the members perform. J-Hope is the pioneer who tests these movements first. He spends his first 48 hours in the country working exclusively with the technical rigging teams and the performance directors. He is often seen in candid behind-the-scenes footage, wearing a simple tracksuit, a bucket hat pulled low, holding a megaphone, and directing dozens of staff members with a precision that is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. But it's not just about the technicalities, it's about the emotional atmosphere. Bang PD has noted that J-Hope's presence in the host country acts as a calming anchor for the hundreds of local staff, who are often intimidated by the scale of a BTS production. He learns the names of the local leads, he understands the culture of the host city, and he ensures that the Hope vibe permeates the entire production from the ground up. Does it ever feel lonely for him, being one of the first to leave home and face the pressure of a foreign stadium alone? Perhaps. But for Hoseok, the 2026 tour is his magnum opus. After his exemplary service as an assistant instructor in the military, his leadership skills have been honed to a razor's edge. He doesn't just lead the dance, he leads the morale. Bang Si-hyuk has shared in private meetings that if J-Hope gives a thumbs up during the final full dress rehearsal with the local crews, then the show is guaranteed to be a historic success. His early arrival allows him to absorb the pressure, to iron out the kinks, and to create a safe space for the rest of the members to arrive into. When V, Jimin, and Jungkook eventually land, they don't have to worry about the stage transitions or the dancer placements. They know Ho-bi-hyung has already fixed everything. He is the unsung hero of the logistics, the man who sacrifices his rest to ensure the group's collective brilliance. There is a famous anecdote from the 2026 London rehearsals where J-Hope reportedly stayed at the venue until 4 a.m., personally walking the flow of the stage for every single member, marking their positions with neon tape so they wouldn't trip in the dark during the complex intro sequences. This is the level of detail that Bang Si-hyuk admires. He is the commander of the rhythm, the architect of the motion, and the true captain of the 2026 stage. As he stands in the center of the empty stadium, the silence echoing around him, he isn't just looking at a stage, he is looking at a battlefield where he will lead his brothers to victory once again. His arrival is the true start of the countdown. But as the performance commander finishes his work, there are two members who have been involved even longer, perhaps even before the first flight was even booked. Who could possibly arrive earlier than the man who directs the entire show? We are entering the top two, the strategic core of the 2026 era. Who takes the number 2 spot, and why does Bang Si-hyuk consider their early presence the diplomatic shield of the tour? The mystery is reaching its peak, and the answer might just change how you see the group's hierarchy forever. Are you ready for the penultimate reveal? Number 2, Jin, the diplomatic vanguard, the worldwide face of the purple era. If J-Hope is the general commanding the technical trenches, then the man sitting at number 2 is the sovereign diplomat who clears the path of thorns before the royal carriage even arrives. We are talking about the eldest, the first to return, the one whose silver voice and ethereal visuals act as the ultimate global icebreaker, Kim Seok-jin. In the high-stakes, multi-billion-dollar chess game of the 2026 BTS World Tour, Bang Si-hyuk has assigned Jin a role that is as strategically vital as it is emotionally taxing. While most of the group might land a week or less before the first show, Jin is often on the ground in a tour country a staggering 10 to 14 days early. Why this massive lead time? Because in 2026, the BTS tour isn't just a series of concerts, it's a global diplomatic event, and Seok-jin is the group's chief ambassador. Bang PD has often remarked in private industry forums that Jin possesses a universal social frequency that no other idol can replicate. This means that before a single speaker is tested, before the stage even has its first floorboard laid, Jin is already there, working the room at the highest levels of international society. Imagine him landing at a private terminal in Paris or Los Angeles. While the other members are finishing their final rehearsals in Seoul, Jin is already stepping out of a black sedan into the flashing lights of a high-end luxury event or a prestigious media junket. In 2026, his partnerships with legendary houses like Gucci and Fred have reached a zenith, and Bang Si-hyuk uses these pre-tour appearances to saturate the local atmosphere with the BTS brand. Jin is the one who attends the charity galas, the Fashion Week previews, and the high-profile talk shows like The Tonight Show or local equivalents, acting as the advance guard to soften the media landscape. There is a deep, reflective weight to this role. Jin was the first to face the uncertainty of military service, and in 2026, he remains the one who carries the torch of the veteran. Bang Si-hyuk trusts him to handle the most difficult questions from the international press, the ones about the group's future, their hiatus, and their legacy. He is the diplomatic shield. By the time the rest of the members arrive, the city is already Jin-saturated. His face is on every billboard, his presence has been felt in every major news outlet, and the local sentiment is at a fever pitch of positive anticipation. Bang PD has noted that Jin's early arrival is a psychological tactic. It makes the group's return feel like a steady, inevitable rising tide rather than a sudden, jarring shock. But beyond the glitz and the diplomatic dinners, there is a quiet, lonely side to being number 2. Can you imagine the solitude of being the only member in a foreign city for nearly 2 weeks, carrying the weight of the BTS name alone? While he jokes and blows his famous kisses to the cameras, in the quiet of his hotel suite, he is likely studying the local culture and the specific nuances of the tour's logistics to report back to his younger brothers. He is the one who checks the vibe of the city. Is the energy high? Is the media being respectful? Are the fans safe in their camping spots? He acts as the eyes and ears for Bang Si-hyuk on a level that is purely human. In 2026, the tour features a cultural integration segment where the group pays homage to the host country's art, and Jin is often the one who does the preliminary research on the ground. He visits the local museums and meets with local artists, ensuring that when BTS says, "We love you," it feels authentic and deeply researched. Bang PD once shared a story from the 2026 Mexico City leg, where Jin arrived 2 weeks early to participate in a local cultural festival, effectively turning the entire city into a sea of purple before the group's plane even left Korea. This is the Jin effect. He isn't just a singer, he is a force of nature that prepares the soil so that the BTS garden can bloom in full. His arrival signals the social start of the tour. When Jin is spotted at a local landmark, the world knows the countdown has truly entered the red zone. He carries this responsibility with a grace that hides the immense pressure of being the eldest. He knows that if he falters, the face of the group falters. So he stands taller, smiles wider, and works harder, often attending 3 different high-level meetings in a single day across different parts of the city. He is the ultimate wingman for the entire organization. Bang Si-hyuk's trust in him is absolute. Jin is the only one who can navigate the complex web of sponsors, local government officials, and global media with a single wink and a perfectly timed joke. This early arrival is his silent sacrifice, giving up his personal time to ensure the BTS 2026 narrative is controlled, positive, and legendary. As he wraps up his solo diplomatic mission and the private jets of his brothers finally appear on the radar, he can finally breathe a sigh of relief. He has done his job. The path is clear. The world is ready. But as the diplomat finishes his work and the group finally unites on foreign soil, there is still one member whose name has been whispered since the beginning, the one who is always there first, the one who carries the ultimate burden of the 2026 vision. Who is the number 1? Who is the member that Bang Si-hyuk describes as the absolute compass of the entire operation? The final reveal is here, and it's the person who ties every single point on this list together. Are you ready for the grand finale of the 2026 tour hierarchy? Number 1, RM, the absolute compass, the visionary architect of the Purple Dynasty. And finally, we have reached the summit of our countdown, the position that holds the entire structure of the 2026 BTS World Tour, together like a diamond-encrusted keystone. Taking the number 1 spot as the member who arrives in the tour country the earliest, often a staggering 2 to 3 weeks before the first light hits the stage, is the man whose brain is as legendary as his flow. Kim Namjoon, the incomparable RM. To understand why Bang Si-hyuk ranks RM as the ultimate vanguard, you have to look beyond the music and into the very soul of what BTS has become in 2026. This isn't just a boy band on tour, it is a global cultural movement. and Namjoon is its chief strategic officer. Bang Si-hyuk has often whispered in private briefings that while the other members are the limbs and the heart of the group, RM is the mind and the map. For the 2026 comeback, which marks the definitive return of the septet after their long-awaited military discharges, the stakes aren't just high, they are existential. Namjoon's arrival in a country like the United States or the United Kingdom weeks in advance isn't for dance practice or vocal warm-ups, it's for high-level conceptual synchronization. Imagine him stepping off a private flight in London or New York, not surrounded by a dozen stylists, but by a small team of creative directors and legal advisors. His first meetings aren't at the stadium, but in the glass-walled boardrooms of local cultural institutions and government offices. Bang PD trusts Namjoon to set the frequency of the entire tour leg. In 2026, BTS is incorporating localized art installations and historical tributes into every stop, and Namjoon is the one who personally vets these collaborations. He is the flanner of the intellectual world, visiting the British Museum or the Getty Center not just as a tourist, but as a curator of the 2026 BTS experience. Did you know that for the 2026 tour, Namjoon insisted on a sustainability protocol that required local cities to implement specific green energy measures for the stadiums? He is the one who sits down with mayors and city planners to ensure that the BTS effect leaves a positive, lasting legacy on the environment. There is a profound emotional weight to this. Number 1 spot. After his service in the military, where he reportedly spent his nights reading philosophy and sketching out the conceptual blueprints for this very tour, Namjoon feels a crushing responsibility to ensure that BTS isn't just returning, but evolving. He carries the lead member burden that is unique to him. Bang Si-hyuk has noted that Namjoon often arrives so early because he needs the silence of the foreign city to write the final speeches and the poetic interludes that define the 2026 setlist. He is the one who translates the raw energy of the group into words that can move a stadium of 90,000 people to tears. He is the architect of the Intro 2026 sequence, a moment that fans are already predicting will be the most emotional in K-pop history. While the other members are finishing their physical conditioning in Seoul, Namjoon is on the ground, absorbing the local atmosphere, feeling the spirit of the place, and ensuring that the narrative of the show feels authentic to that specific country. There is a famous story from the 2026 Tokyo leg where Namjoon was spotted at 5 a.m., walking alone through the empty streets of Shinjuku, just hours after arriving 2 weeks early, reportedly trying to find the right words for his opening ment. This is the level of dedication that makes him the number 1. He is the absolute compass. If he is on the ground, the mission is officially go. Bang Si-hyuk relies on RM's global intelligence, his ability to navigate complex political and social climates to protect the group from any potential controversies before they even arise. He is the one who holds the master key to the 2026 vision. When the rest of the group eventually joins him, they aren't entering a foreign country. They are entering a safe zone that Namjoon has personally scouted, secured, and soulfully prepared for them. His early arrival is a sacrifice of his own personal comfort for the collective stability of the team. He is the one who bridges the gap between the corporate goals of HYBE and the raw artistic desires of the members. Bang PD has shared that without Namjoon's advance vision, the 2026 tour would be just another concert series, but with him it becomes a historical event. As he stands in the empty stadium weeks before the show, looking at the scaffolding being raised, there's a sense of quiet triumph in his eyes. He has paved the way. He has seen the future. He has ensured that when the first purple light flickers on, it will be a light that guides millions home. He is Kim Namjoon, the leader, the pioneer, and the soul of the 2026 revolution. His number 1 spot isn't just about a schedule, it's about the fact that he is the one who holds the map to their destiny. Can you feel the power of that leadership? The countdown is complete, the ranking is set, and the 2026 tour is finally ready to begin. This is the world of BTS, seen through the eyes of the man who started it all, Bang Si-hyuk, and led by the man who will never let them lose their way. Are you ready for the greatest comeback in history? Because Namjoon is already there, waiting for you.